Good morning, ultimate hustlers and digital empire builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we got part two of our two-part series on the 16 ways to build a strong online presence. Listen, we are about to enter Web 3.0. And if you don't got a solid presence on Web 2.0, you, my friend, are slipping on your pimping. So we're going to give you 16 ways to improve or increase your online presence, or if you don't have an online presence, we're going to teach you how to build one on this episode. So do me a huge favor, ladies and gentlemen. Comment in the chat where you're from. Drop the name of your business and or your brand and smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen. And let's kick it. Yo, what's up, ultimate hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Black Bear Success Mastermind Studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we got a wonderful show lined up for you. We're continuing our series on the importance of building a strong online presence as an entrepreneur or a business. And we're going to give you 16 ways to actually get it done. Ladies and gentlemen, the tech gap when it comes to Black-owned businesses is bananas, right? And that's why we have the Black Bear Success Mastermind, so that we can help Black entrepreneurs leverage the best of this technology, the internet, social media, all of the things that's buzzing in the culture right now. We don't want to get left behind. So we're talking about how to leverage all of those things in the Black Bear Success Mastermind. Make sure you text keyword mastermind to 314-866-4053. Again, text keyword mastermind to 314-866-4053. And you can join our mastermind. It's 100% free, and it always will be 100% free. And you literally get hundreds of dollars of free training and resources every single week when you're a part of that community to help you grow your business. So it's for three people. Either you want to start a business, we got resources to help you. You already have a business and you want to grow that business, we got resources to help you. Or you just want to connect with, network with, and support other Black-owned businesses, then you should be in this mastermind. Again, text keyword mastermind to 314-866-4053. So we're going to talk 16 ways to build a strong online presence. But before we do that, y'all know we start every show with a few announcements. Ladies and gentlemen, the Black Bear Success Show on Roku is kicking off in January, and we're looking for a few sponsors, and you actually get a twofer. If you sponsor the Black Bear Success Show on Roku, you also get your business promoted on the Cortez Hustle Show as well. So I need you to inbox me
If you're serious about sponsoring the Black Bear Success Show, we literally are in every market around the world. Last month's views were well over 30,000. So, yeah, we're doing some big things, man. I want to put your business out there globally. If you want to sponsor, all you got to do is inbox me. I would love to put you in touch with our team, and they can let you know what those sponsorship packages look like. Also, our Christmas special for the Black Bear Success app still includes a free business phone line. It's voice over IP. It comes with text messaging, autoresponder, and the whole 9 yards. If you're not on the Black Bear Success app with your digital assets, your websites, your sales funnels, your calendar, it's all included in our digital marketing platform. All you got to do is let me know you want in, and we can set up some time to give you a quick demo of the platform and the program. So before we get into our 16 ways to build a strong online presence, you know, I like to start the show with the quote of the day. And today's quote says this: stop worrying about what everybody else is saying about you. What you are saying about you is the most important. And that is an H Cortez original. Stop worrying about what everybody else is saying about you. Start focusing on what you are saying about you. You have to get intentional. And one of the ways that I can recommend that you do that is understand the power of I am. What is the power of I am? I learned this from listening to a motivational video, which I often do. And I heard Lisa Nichols describing this situation. She said she went to the doctor and was diagnosed with clinical depression. And when she was diagnosed, of course, the doctor's number one protocol is to put her on medicine. Joseph McKee, what's up, brother? I see you. Drop the name of your business and or your brand as well, man. Definitely want to shout you out. You're doing some amazing work, and people need to know about you. But she said the doctor wanted to put her on some medication, right? And she said, listen, doc, I get it, but if you're telling me that clinical depression just means I'm sad all the time, yes, I got that. But is there a way that I can try to fix this myself? And then I'll come back. And if I can't get it done in 30 days, I'll take all the medicine you prescribe, right? The doctor said, cool, come back, see me in 30 days, and I want to see if you're better. She said she went home and she did 3 things that transformed her life. She used the power of I am, she used the power of forgiveness, and she used the power of commitment, right? How did she use them? She said, every day I had to get in the mirror and I had to use the power of I am. When I'm telling you guys is to focus on not what other people are saying about you, focus on what you are saying about you. Be intentional about what you say about you. So every morning, my mentor has got me taking cold showers. And one of the ways I get through the cold shower, especially in the wintertime, because that water is ice cold, I use the power of I am. This is my opportunity to talk to myself. This is my opportunity to give thanks, right? So I talk to myself. I am the host of the fastest growing business podcast on the internet. I am founder of a multinational, multi-billion-dollar media conglomerate. I am the best father. I am the best husband. I am. And I talk to myself. Man, listen, it's not about what other people are saying about you. It's what you are saying about you that matters. Then she said I had to use from not only the power of I am, I use the power of forgiveness. So she starts out with, I forgive me for. So every morning in my shower, Cortez, I forgive you for falling short yesterday. You said you was going to do this, 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 and this, and you ain't do nan one of those disses. But that's okay. I forgive you for that. Today is a new day. Let's go get it today. Learn the lesson of what you missed out on because you didn't hit the mark and not beat myself up too bad. I forgive you for that. Let's move forward. Right? I've been dealing with some things on my conscience for the last couple of days. Cortez, I forgive you for that. You were a young man back then. I forgive you for that. Today is a new day. Let's move forward. The power of I am, the power of forgiveness, and then the power of commitment. She said, every day I had to tell myself and remind myself with intention what I am. Every day I had to forgive myself for past hurts that I've hurt other people, that I've hurt myself, beating up on myself. I had to forgive myself. And then she said, I had to use the power of commitment. Every day, she had to remind herself what she's committed to. I'm committed to becoming a better husband. I'm committed to becoming a better father. I'm committed to becoming a better community activist. I'm committed to becoming a better business leader. I'm committed to becoming a better influencer. Every day, this is how I talk to myself. Every day. And give a damn about what other people are saying about me. What I say about me is what counts. So that is, my friend, the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by the Black Bear Success Mastermind. Listen, if you are not in our mastermind and you're trying to grow your business, then you're missing out on hundreds of dollars of free tools, tips, resources, strategies. You get connected to me and other business coaches that can help you. Give you 30 days of free social media content to use every day in your marketing. We'll give you a free course every month on some topic of marketing. It's just a great place to be and build if you're trying to grow a business. Text Mastermind to 314-866-4053. Again, text Mastermind to 314-866-4053. And again, that story was how Lisa Nichols recovered from depression. And I'm not telling anybody not to take their meds. I'm not telling anybody to poo-poo what the doctor told you to do. That was her experience. And when she went back to the doctor 30 days later, the doctor said, I don't know what you did, but whatever you did, I need to do for myself. And lo and behold, she didn't have to take any medicine, but she kept that practice going. And now she's one of the most sought after motivational speakers on the planet, right? So we're talking 16 ways to build a strong online presence. If you missed part one, go to thecortezhustleshow.com. That is our website where all of our past episodes are archived. You can see the video and the audio. And of course, you can also get the audio on iTunes and Spotify and all of your favorite podcasting places. So last week we did the top 8. So I'll recap those really quickly, right? If you want to build an online, the one reason that you should be building an online presence as an entrepreneur is 97% of consumers' buyer journey starts online. When people get ready to buy something, that usually starts online. They pull up the internet, they pull up their phone, and they start that process. Whether they end up going into a physical store or buying online is a different story, but they start the buying journey on the internet. And if your business is not on the internet or doesn't have a strong presence, so that when somebody is searching for your product near me and you come up, you're missing out on a huge opportunity, right? So let's look at our recap from day part one. So first thing in building an online presence is to focus on building an email list. And I would add to that, yes, build an email list, but if you have the capacity, build a phone list as well, an SMS text list as well. That's why when you have your assets on the Black Bear Success app, you build your websites there. We give you a free business phone line that captures people's phone numbers so that you can have your follow-up campaigns on email, and you can have automated text messages as campaigns as well. So building a list is incredibly important. A lot of people miss this. In fact, I missed it from one standpoint. I would build my list on my personal cell phone, right? So I would build my list on my personal cell phone. But you know what you miss when you do that? I miss the ability to add automation. So when I have all of my contacts in my personal cell phone, as I network with people, and I would usually have people text me to my personal number, I will follow up with them. I have to do all of that stuff manually. Now, when you text me at 314-866-4053, I can respond manually, or I can create some automation campaigns, and I can send out text blasts to everybody individually without having to put everybody in a group text, right? That's powerful for an entrepreneur to get themselves on somebody's cell phone where you know they're going to get that message. Number 2 on the list, right? Building an email list is important. They say if you're not building a list, you're not building a real business. Number 2, master SEO, search engine optimization. Now, you can either master this stuff yourself, or you can hire someone like starting online marketing to do it for you, right? But either way, you got to get your search engine optimization together. What is search engine optimization? It is with algorithms changing every day, search engine optimization is one of the best tactics to build your online presence. It is how the places that display your website, like Google, like Bing, like Yahoo, these web browsers, they display the information that people are searching for based on relevance and customer experience. Well, there's certain things you can do on your website to show that you have relevance, to show that you're going to provide a great customer experience. For instance, the wording that you put on your website, the speed in which your website loads, all contributes to your search engine optimization. Whether or not your website is optimized for mobile devices is part of that optimization as well, right? So number 2 is optimization. Number 3, got to create value, ladies and gentlemen, right? You've got to be customer centric in everything that you do. Do I have some things to sell you when you join the Black Bear Success Mastermind? Absolutely. I'm an entrepreneur in a capitalistic society, so I better have something to sell, right? But do you get a ton of free stuff when you join the mastermind? Absolutely, because the best way to prove that you can help someone is to actually help them. So I'm going to get you in the mastermind, and I'm going to love on you, and I'm going to give you all these tools and resources for free, and I'm going to help you grow. And then you want to go to the next level. Who you going to hire? Who you going to reach out to? You're going to reach out to the person who's been pouring into you. That's just how it goes, right? Got to know how to create value and be customer centric in everything that you do. Number 4, got to be active online. You got to be active online. Do you know that people who start their online journey to buy something, they'll go to your website, but then they'll also go to your social media pages just to make sure that you are a real business. And some people don't understand this. And well, I got my website, so I don't post on my Facebook business page that much. I got my website, but I don't post on my Instagram page that much. People are going from your website to your social media handles because you got them linked on your website. But then when they go to your social media handles, they see you ain't posted anything since 2018. Now they're questioning whether or not you're even in business. If you don't do anything else, get you a post scheduler and schedule at least one post on your social media platforms every day. So at least when people go there, they see the most recent activity is from today or yesterday. I'm just saying, right? So be active online. Keep your website up to date, right? If you have not updated your website in the last 12 to 18 months, your website is out of date. Because that's how fast technology is changing. If your website has been up for more than 18 months and you have not made a single change, I guarantee you it's out of date. That's why we build these website platforms the way that we do, right? We build them in a specific way so that they stay relevant. On our platform, we make it very easy for you to make your own updates and corrections to your website so that it stays relevant, right? Number 5, analyze your results, right? My mentor, Brian Bean, has taught me over the years, you can't measure what you don't track, and you can't grow what you don't measure. So I, even myself, had to get into a better habit of studying my own analytics, right? Because you got to see what's working so you can double down on that. And you got to see what's not working so you can tweak or change it or eliminate it altogether. Study your analytics, right? So that was the first 5 recap of the first 5 that we went over. We got to recap 3 more, and then we're going to get into the last 16. But before we can do that, ladies and gentlemen, we got to get into 1 minute motivation. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, 1 minute motivation is where we play a short motivational clip. And I ask you, if you're watching us live, to comment your biggest takeaway. And I'm going to give you a couple of my biggest takeaways. We've been geeking out on some Tony Robbins' power of choice here lately. So let's get into 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
If you look for evidence that people are really good people inside, that at some level we all care about each other, you'll find it. Seek and you shall find. The secret is, have you become conscious about your decision making? Because this breakthrough session is really, you want to change your life, make new choices. New life comes from new choices, but you got to make conscious choices. The people in this particular television special, Melissa and her husband, they really found themselves in a place where they were both making decisions, Melissa and Rick, that were unconscious. When you make decisions about what to focus on and what things mean and what to do, and you're unconscious, you get pretty terrible results usually. Now, we've all done this. I do it still. We all do. But if you want to change your results, you got to become more conscious in your decision making. So think about it. What you focus on, you will feel. Whether it's true or not. You focus on how people don't care, you're going to feel they don't care. Second decision you make is, what do things mean? So you focus on something someone does and you come up with a meaning, and the meaning is, no one loves me. The meaning is, they're trying to take advantage of me. Depending on what meaning you come up with, and you get to choose the meaning of anything. For some people, they say, this situation happened with the economy, and what that means is, I'm going broke. Somebody else said, the situation happened with the economy. Guess what? That means I'm going to work harder. I'm going to be more creative. It changed everything. Everybody else is going to quit, so we're going to dominate the marketplace.
Hoo-wee. I don't know about y'all, man. But listen, this is how you transform your life, man. Understanding the power of choice and being conscious of the choices that you are making. Matapan says, hashtag power up. I love it. I love it. Listen, man, new life comes from new choices. New life comes from new choices. And you got to be conscious of those choices, or that new life that's coming from those new choices could be a life that you don't even want. That new life coming from those new choices, if you're not conscious, if you're not intentional with those choices, could be a life that you don't want. I'm no longer accepting the life that I don't want because I'm intentionally focusing on the life that I want. He said, what you focus on, you got to make sure that you're conscious of what you focus on and be conscious of the meaning that you're giving to those things that you focus on. What? Everything that happens to you, you give a meaning to, whether consciously or subconsciously. And sometimes the meaning that we're giving to these things are meanings that will lead to our demise and our destruction. Sometimes, because of the environment that we came up in, everything that happens to us, we give it a negative meaning. No, man. Even when it's storming outside, the sun is still shining. Right? I want you to really, really let that sink in. It's raining outside at 12 noon. Clouds so thick that it's dark outside at 12 noon, but the sun is still shining. We just can't see it because of the layer of clouds. And here's what I want you to really take home. Sometimes that layer of clouds, sometimes that storm that's raging and brewing in our lives are the result of our own creation. Be conscious of what you focus on and be conscious of the meaning that you give to the things that you are focusing on and the things that are happening to you. Right? What you focus on, you feel. I focus on the negativity in my life, so I feel like everything that's happening to me is negative. I focus on the hurt and the pain and the things that people are doing to me. People are talking about me behind my back, they're backbiting, and I feel like nobody loves me. What you focus on, you feel. The power of choice. You can change what you focus on. You can change the meaning that you give to those things that you focus on, and you can change how you feel about what you focus on, by focusing on the positivity that comes from it. We live in a world of duality, right? Your perspective is your reality. If you see this seemingly negative thing that has happened to you as somehow, some way, I don't know, God, this is going to create something magnificent in my life. That's how I see it. I don't know how, just how I see it. And that allows me to move forward instead of dwelling on the negative, right? I don't know if anybody else is feeling this. Give me your comments. What are you guys thinking? Is Tony Robbins on point? What you focus on, you feel, right? So that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not already shared the stream, make sure you do that if you're watching us live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, all of these different places that we're streaming live to. Make sure you share that stuff. Somebody needs to hear that this morning. All right. And then engage. What was your biggest takeaway from 1 minute motivation? And then we're going to move forward. So, of course, 1 minute motivation is brought to you by the Black Beard Success Mastermind. Text Mastermind to 314-866-4053. If you are an aspiring business owner, you already have a business that you want to grow or scale, or you just want to network and connect with other Black-owned businesses, then you need to be a part of this mastermind. We literally give hundreds of dollars of free content, training, tools, resources to help you grow your business every single week. Text Mastermind to 314-866-4053. So we are talking about 16 ways to build a strong online presence. We recapped the first 5 that we went over in part 1. I'll put the link to part 1 in the comments, or you guys can go to thecortezhustleshow.com and check out the archives of all of our past show, and you can see the video, of course, hear the recording as well on iTunes, Spotify, iHeart, all your favorite podcasting places, Amazon. The Cortez Hustle Show is streaming on all of those platforms as well. So as we recap, number 6 on the list was adopt new forums, right? Do not be afraid to be the first on a platform and give it a chance to see if it's going to make an impact, right? Those people who were first adopters of TikTok, are they crushing it, right? I want y'all to understand the number one currency in this world is attention. The number one currency in this world is attention. And if you can get attention, you can set your price. That's why you got to pay $2 million for a Super Bowl commercial of 30 seconds. Why? Because the NFL is very, very good at getting the attention and the focus of some 50 million people worldwide. And they can hold that attention for 3 hours. And when they do, because they do, they can set their price and charge $2 million for a 30-second commercial. The number one currency in this economy is attention. The person who can grab it and harness it and channel it can set their own prices. So don't be afraid to adopt new forms. When new media platforms and new ways to get attention come out, give those things a test run, right? Don't mean that you put down what's working. Just see if you can devote a little bit of time to see if you can get something else working too and add to your portfolio. Number 7 on the list, have a social media presence. Have a social media presence. You guys know that there's a growing contingency of fake websites showing up online that mirror real companies, right? So literally people will put up a fake website page that looks like a Walmart page, for instance. And you'll go through thinking you're buying something from Walmart, and all they're doing is stealing your money and your credit card information, right? So what people are doing nowadays, because of this, they'll go to your website, and on your website, they'll then click on your social media link to go to your social media pages to make sure that you're a real person, that you're a real company. And if they go from your website to your social media platform and see that you haven't posted since 2016, what does that say about your business? Takara Nicole, the identity architect in the building. Welcome, sis. Good morning. What does that say about your business? Right? If I went to your website and I'm thinking about doing business with you, what do we say? 97% of buyers' journeys start online. I'm thinking about doing business with you. I go to your website. I see that you got your Facebook icon on your website. I go from your website, I click on your Facebook icon, I go to Facebook, and I look at your Facebook profile, and it says that you have not posted since 2014. I can't be sure that you have a real business. This might be one of those fake pages or profiles. At the very least, y'all, if you got a Facebook business page, you can literally schedule posts every single day. Spend 2 hours, sit down, and schedule a post for the next 30 days so that at least when people are going from your website to your Facebook business page, they see that you posted today or yesterday. Just saying. If you want a post scheduler that I use where I schedule my posts across 5 different platforms at one time. So every day my post scheduler sends a post to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Google My Business, and Twitter. Every day. Now, I'm not active on all of those platforms. I'm only active on Facebook and YouTube, right? But because I know people are starting to get the buzz about Cortez Hustle, they're going to search for Cortez Hustle on IG. They're searching for Cortez Hustle on LinkedIn. And when they find me, they see that I've at least posted for the day, right? And that's a post scheduler, y'all. I just use a post scheduler. I'm using the automation and the technology, y'all. You got to use this stuff, right? Number 9, make a website. Got to have your website. I know so many of y'all, I'm saying y'all, but so many people are in this world of, I do all of my business on Instagram. I only do business on LinkedIn. I only do business on Facebook. And what happened when Facebook and Instagram shut down for those 8 hours or whatever it was? Your whole business was shut down. I'm not saying don't do business on Facebook and Instagram. I'm saying your website is your permanent home address. And being on these platforms is kind of like you hanging out at the social club, right? And when people can't find you at the social club, they still know to go to your home address, which is your domain name, right? But that's how it's got to be, y'all. Don't get caught up in this social media and it's social media only, right? And then the primary focus of your website, so many people are making this mistake. They got some beautiful websites out there, some very informative websites on there, but there's so much information out there that when somebody goes to your website, they don't even know what you want them to do. The purpose of your website is to bring you leads and make you money. But if you don't have a clear focal point of what people should do when they come to your website, they often don't do anything but leave. So I teach all of my people in my personal branding courses that your website, the first thing people should see on your website is a free offer that will allow them to text you or put in their name and email address so that they can get this free thing. Because list building is the business, y'all. I'm gonna say it one more time. List building is your business. Period. If you're not building a list, you're building a business. Now, I share this story all the time. I'm gonna share it again. 10 years ago, Facebook bought Instagram. Why? When Facebook got developers that could have built and mirrored an Instagram platform in a weekend. How do I know? Because when Snapchat declined Facebook's offer, Facebook went and built the same functionality that Snapchat has in a matter of a week or two. So I know they could have built the same platform that Instagram has, but you know what Instagram had that Facebook didn't? 50 million users on their platform that were not on Facebook. So what did they really buy? They didn't buy Instagram's technology. They may have had some proprietary stuff that Facebook didn't have. They bought Instagram's list of users, and they brought those people into Meta, into Facebook. So if you're not building a list, you're not building a business, ladies and gentlemen. Number 9. Now that was just a recap. So if you missed all of the fun from episode 1, go to thecortezhustleshow.com and you can get the replay of the entire episode where we went through the first 8. But let's go through these last 9, and I'm putting the link to the actual article that I'm referencing in the chat so you guys can go and read it for yourself, because of course I'm not giving you their content verbatim. Number 9, produce content. Produce content. Every business listening to the sound of my voice needs to reconcile with this fact. You are in 3 businesses first before you are in the business of doing your thing, right? So I see my girl Takara Nicole on The Identity Architect. I'll use her as an example. She is a coach and a book publisher, and she serves people and she helps people identify and create their identity, and then she can help them publish books around that identity and make a boatload of money, right? But before she is a book publisher, before she is an identity coach, she is in a relationship business. And if you guys are not constantly focusing on mastering the art of building and maintaining relationships, you won't be in business long. Before Takara can help somebody publish a book and sell even her own books, before she is a book publisher, an author, a coach, she's also a media company. I want y'all to get this. You are in 3 businesses before you even sell what you sell. You're in a relationship business, you're in a media business, and last but not least, you're in the tech business, baby. Now, I know so many people are still running around talking about, Cortez, I don't do the internet. We are on our way to Web 3.0, and you ain't even on Web 2.0. Cortez, I don't do that social media stuff. Now, if you are not an entrepreneur and you don't do social media, I get it. But if you're in business, talking about you don't do social media, you killing your business. Because I promise you, Web 3.0 is going to leave a lot of y'all behind who are not even on Web 2.0. And the tech gap when it comes to businesses, especially us Black-owned businesses, there's a tech gap just as wide as the wealth gap. Because we don't invest in the technology. So you have to produce content. You have to produce media that's constantly telling your followers, your potential customers and prospects, who you are, what you do, how you do it, when you can get the results, why you do it, most importantly. If you don't communicate nothing else with your followers, you should be communicating why you do what you do. Cortez, why Black Biz Success Mastermind? Because I believe that when we build more businesses, we hire more people, then we will reduce the rate in which we're killing each other. Cortez, why you focus on Black businesses? Because I believe that when we start building not only businesses, but institutions that will last for hundreds of years, I believe that not only will we reduce the rate in which we kill each other, we'll reduce the rate in which cops are killing us. Because you can't dictate who polices your community if you don't own your community. And the first owners of any community is always the business community. And when we don't own businesses, typically we don't own the residences in the community. And when you don't own it, you can't say who polices it. And when you can't say who polices it, you can't dictate the policies by which that police department is governed. So that's why I built the Black Biz Success app, so that we can shrink the tech gap when it comes to Black-owned businesses so that we can grow and scale. And I'm on a mission to help Black people become the #1 employers of Black people in the next 2 generations. See, if you're not communicating why you're building your business, why you're doing things, you're not giving anybody a reason to latch on and connect with you. And it's in the latching on and the connecting with you that you really grow and scale a business, right? We ran yesterday, my wife and I took a little road trip, right? And we saw a Tesla. And I was like, man, I got to get me one of those. And she's like, I don't get it, right? That's not the only electric car out there. And so what's the big deal about Tesla? I said, babe, it's not even about the car. It's about the person. It's about Elon Musk. It's about connecting to something that's created by someone who has got this massive vision for the world. It is like people who buy that car are buying a piece of the legacy of Elon Musk, because he's done a great job of communicating his why behind what he's doing. And now he's got people like me latching on to his vision. And that's a problem that a lot of us have as entrepreneurs, is everything is about the dollar, right? Now, I'm not going to say that I don't want to make a sale. I'm one of the biggest capitalists you'll know. Yeah, I want to make some money, but I also want to make an impact too. And when you can marry those two things together, where you communicate how and why you want to make the impact, and you offer a valid product or service that's going to help people, then you give them 2 reasons to buy from you and not just one. Yeah, the product is cool, but I'm buying a cool product from a cool person who has a cool vision and mission for the world. Makes a difference, y'all. Number 10, personify your brand. I want y'all to understand something. Y'all can stay behind the scenes if you want to, but you better put some sort of attractive character out in front of your brand. Every brand has one. You personally can stay behind the scenes, but your company, your brand, better have an attractive character representing your brand, something that people can relate to and connect with. I don't care. You better get you a Geico Gecko. You better get you a clown like Ronald McDonald. You better get you a Flow like Progressive. You need an attractive character in front of your brand. Building an online presence is a lot like building a brand. One tactic many companies use to build a brand is to personify their brand. For example, The Skim, a daily newsletter, personified their brand when they were founded in 2012. The founders created a persona called the Skim Girl. This was the personification of their brand. They knew her likes, dislikes, age, job, financial situation, and sense of humor, right? So this speaks to when you know your target audience, then you put a character in front of that audience that looks like them, and they relate to that, right? Gotta have a clear definition of who you serve. Number 11, experiment with online advertising. Facebook ads, Google ads, Bing ads, Instagram ads, influencer marketing. There's a ton of ways that you could advertise online. You can also sponsor the Black Biz Success Show. That's a way of advertising online, and we'll put your brand out to nearly 150,000 of my personal followers. And our network, Unheard TV, will then go out and push your brand through our media network, where we are in 40 countries or something crazy like that. 33,000 people viewed our content last month. Yeah, we can help you build your brand if you're willing to invest with us, right? So you gotta be willing to put some money behind your brand. Experiment with some online advertising and see what it could do for your business and or your brand. Number 12, we talked about this, research influencer marketing, right? So you can invest money in the platforms itself and have Facebook push your stuff out, have Google push your stuff out in front of YouTube videos and blogs and things of that nature. But you also can hire somebody like me. It says, hey, Cortez, I see that you're live every day. How much would it cost me to have you mention my brand at the top of your show every day? How much would it cost you to put my flyer on your Facebook page for the next 2 weeks? And I know you got 110,000 followers on your Facebook page. How much would it cost for you to do a quick promo video and put on your YouTube channel with nearly 5,000 subscribers, right? That's influencer marketing. That is connecting with people who have the influence, the following, but more importantly, the engagement of the following, right? Because it's one thing to post or to hire someone to post because they got a lot of followers. But if people aren't engaging with what that person posts any longer, then that's almost a waste of money. But you won't know until you experiment with it, right? Number 13, be competitive, people. Be competitive. And I'm not talking about being competitive with other brands, right? I do mirror and model. If you study any of Russell Brunson's work, he talked a lot about the Dream 100. And that is looking at the top 100 people, brands, influencers, blogs, or whatever who's serving your core audience so that you can see what's working, right? So I do that, but I'm only in competition with Thornton Online Marketing from last week. What did we do last week and what can we do differently this week to be better, right? And I understand that different is better than better, right? That's a quote from Tyra Banks. She said, different is better than better. Stop trying to be better than everybody else and focus on being different. And when you focus on being different, you don't have to focus too hard because when you are your authentic self, by nature, you are different. There's a gazillion podcasts out there. Well, not a gazillion. There's probably 1.75 million podcasts out there. There's only one Cortez Hustle Show. There are 1.75 million podcasts that exist today. There's only one Cortez Hustle Show. Because I'm just being myself. I'm just sharing things with you guys as I go through them, as I'm building my business and my brand. These are things that I'm studying and I'm just sharing them with you. I tell y'all all the time, I'm talking to me. I'm just talking out loud so that y'all can hear me. But I'm really talking to, and some of this is going to go up some of y'all head, but I'm really talking to my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and their children and their children's children. That's who I'm really talking to, right? Because I want them to see that when you focus and you have intent and you put in the work, I don't want them to ever feel guilty about the lap of luxury that they're able to live in because what their grandfather did. And I don't want them to have people tell them that they got lucky. So now all of this stuff is documented where it is on record that I'm building a multi-billion-dollar business from scratch. So I'm talking to myself today so that I can stay pumped up and stay focused on the task at hand. I'm recording it out loud and y'all get to witness and y'all get to hear and hopefully y'all taking notes and y'all can take something from this. But really, I'm talking to my grandchildren so that when they start to do some internal reflection, they can come back and listen and be like, oh, this is where I got that character trait from. I got it from my dad, who got it from his dad. I got it from my mom, who got it from her dad who got it from his dad. And I can see where this thing began. That's why I'm really doing it, y'all, just in case you wondered, right? Number 14, develop relationships. What are the 3 businesses you are in before you sell anything? You are in the relationship business, you are in the media business, and you are in the tech business before you sell anything. Any business that is in business today is in the tech business, whether they want to fight that fact or not. And it's in the fighting of that fact is why they will likely get left behind. You got to embrace this technology, y'all. Develop relationships, because I had a Takara Nicole on my show just last Friday. I introduced her to an entirely new audience because of a relationship, because somebody else introduced me to her on their platform, right? Brother Timothy Moore asked me to come and speak on his platform. It was a financial literacy summit. On that platform, there was Takara Nicole. And I met her and I said, hey, I need you and the rest of the people on the panel to come at one point or another, be on the Cortez Hustle Show. Because of the relationship with Tim, I met Takara. Because of the relationship with Tim, I also met Dr. Keisha. Because of the relationship with Tim, I met a host of other folks. And now those folks are now being on my podcast. I had Dr. Tiffany on my show. Because of my relationship with Dr. Tiffany, I met Shaquana of the Saba Group, and she came on the show. I met Vanessa, and then she came on the show, right? You got to understand how to build relationships and how it ties to being online, right? I collaborate with a lot of people who have online presences and other respects, and I cross over and I do features on their stuff, and then I invite them to do features on our stuff. So we're building collectively everybody's online presence. Just this past Saturday, those in the Black Business Success Mastermind, we did a special Facebook Live, and I pushed out 4 entrepreneurs in front of my entire social media network just because they're a part of our mastermind. That's a relationship they built when they joined the mastermind. They didn't even know that was coming to them, right? So build relationships. Number 15, show up where your audience is, right? When you do your research and you find out that your core audience hangs out on TikTok, then you better figure out how to master TikTok content. You figure out that your core audience hangs out and watches YouTube videos all day. Even if you don't like to be on camera, you better figure out YouTube videos. If you want to build an online presence, you got to be where your audience is, period. Last but not least, this is where I get to plug the Black Bear Success app, right? Because then you got to learn how to automate your processes, right? I've got a course coming up called Stream Like a Pro. How many of you guys would like to learn how to do your live streams like I do my live streams? We're calling it Stream Like a Pro. I've automated this whole process, y'all. Like, this show streams on 7 platforms at one time. Are you creating automation in your business? Do you have the tools and the resources to create automation in your business? People are texting the word mastermind to me right now, and they're getting an automated response on how to get into the private Facebook group. Right now, my phone is buzzing because people are texting mastermind to me right now while I'm on the show. Because that's an automated process that I was able to develop using the Black Bear Success app as a tool. If you want automation in your business and you want to connect your marketing and your administrative tasks and duties for one low monthly price, then you should consider bringing your assets over to the Black Bear Success app, right? Because literally people are texting me right now, mastermind, and they're going to get a text message back that says, hey, click this link. They're going to click that link, and it's going to take them to another automation. That automation is going to explain to them everything that the Black Bear Success Mastermind has to offer. They're going to click this link, and then it's going to put in their name, email address, and phone number, and it's going to take them to our private Facebook group. That all happens on autopilot, right? This is how you can run a business effectively and efficiently without burning yourself out. But Coach Henry Doris says all the time, bro, I don't know how you have the bandwidth, because I love to use templates and automations where it makes sense. Right? I have this show format down to a science when I do this show. So I know step by step, I'm watching the clock as I'm talking, and I know when to bring in and interject the different things and all of that kind of stuff. Are you serious about your processes and procedures to help your business run smoothly? Now, the next thing I got to do, and he's always on me about, you got to put it on paper. You got to document it so that if I, for instance, wanted to have someone sit in on the show, they should be able to follow a written document, a written process, and run their show just like I run it, right? If I had a guest to sit in for the Cortez Hustle Show one day, which I ultimately will, right? So your processes and your procedures, your automation, that's important. So if you're not already in the Black Biz Success Mastermind, text Mastermind to that number, 314-866-4053. If you want, inbox me and I'll send you the link to my calendar if you'd like to see a demo, or you can simply go to blackbizsuccess.com and you can see a short demo video right there on the site and see what the app and the tool can do for your business. So hopefully you guys learned something today about building your online presence. These 16 elements are not an end all be all, but I think it's a great place to start. And above all else, focus on building your list, because it is that list of people that you build the relationship with and you market to over time, so that as you continue to grow your business, then you basically have your own network or database, right? Over the last 6 years, I've literally connected with tens of thousands of people. And the biggest mistake that I made in my online marketing career is I didn't focus on building a list. I should have 20 or 30,000 names, email addresses, and phone numbers on a list that I can reach out to and invite them to my next workshop. So whether I ever did another Facebook Live or did another post, I should be able to find business in that list of 30,000. But I didn't focus. Built it up to 10,000, didn't know what I had, and deleted that list. Craziest thing ever, right? But now I know. I learned, and you guys get to learn from my mistakes. So until next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. More importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. So hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.